Hi, Rob. Thank you so much for letting me share my story and journey with you. I, I tell people that I think of my life in two ways, like before Rob and after Rob, and I almost can't remember what it was like before I met you and your amazing healing power. My quick story is I'm 42. I live in Boston, and I've been diagnosed with cancer 4 times in the past 10 years. All were sort of considered curable. I've had over 9 surgeries, over 45 infusions, every type of chemo, pills. I've done it all, and I was considered cured from my Hodgkin's and then my 2 breast cancers. And then my arm started to swell. And this was about 2 years ago. And I was considered cured. So they were shocked. They said, well, maybe this is just scar tissue. My nodes had been cleaned from my mastectomy. And then a good friend said, I think you need to go to Rob. He is a miracle worker. And I was like, okay, but I think I'm healed. Meanwhile, I go online to Rob's website and I make an appointment, and he was sold out. It took me 4 months to get an appointment, but I was like, oh, I have plenty of time. Meanwhile, my arm is swelling, more ultrasounds. I see their faces fall. Emily, we want to do a biopsy. And I thought, oh God, I can't do this again. You have to be kidding me. I go in for the biopsy and I dash right up to see Rob. I walk in and I see him standing there, just like in the documentary. And he gives me this huge hug and he says, you're going to be fine. I can see all this stuff. You're going to be fine. It's like, okay, I don't know what it is yet. And I'm really hoping it's not cancer again, but I think I'm going to be okay. Okay. And then after my first session with him, I had no idea what to expect. The only way I can describe it is like a lava lamp. Internally, I felt pain in weird places that would up and leave. And then I would feel joyful, like tears of joy, and then like sadness, and then joy. And it was this unbelievable roller coaster of feelings physically and emotionally. And we said our goodbyes. And that Monday they called me and said, Emily, I don't know what to say. It's breast cancer again. And we really can't figure out how it got there. They can't figure out how it showed up in my nodes because my nodes were cleaned before. So on my scan that day, I had to do a body scan to see if it had completely metastasized. And on the table, right before I go in, because the chances of it being pretty far spread was pretty high. It was not good news that it would recur like this. They were very concerned. As I'm going in for my body scan, I felt this explosion of inner love, light, and joy. It's the only way I can describe it. And I burst into tears of joy on the table, and I knew I was going to be fine. I knew that it was not going to be my bones or my liver or my brain. I knew it. And I dashed out of the lab and I waited a couple hours outside my doctor, and they go and they said, well, the good news is it's just local recurrence. And I was like, I knew it. I'm going to be fine. Meanwhile, they put me through chemo and everything again. And I never felt any pain. I never felt my arm until I did a healing with Rob. And when I would get on the table or do one of the Zooms or listen to his playlist, it would ache like crazy. And when I asked Rob, he said, well, remember, healing hurts. It's your body working really hard to change the direction and fight. And remember that healing can be quite painful. And I remember after each session, I would just start to feel lighter and lighter and lighter. And by the time they went in for surgery to remove my nodes, they couldn't find them. They were small. They shrunk so much. And when I woke up the surgery, she goes, Emily, good news. The nodes were clean. We can't quite figure it out. We don't know what happened, but the cancer was not in the nodes. They were completely clean. You just had a few cancer cells surrounding the node. It's good news. And so I asked my surgeon again, my radiologist, my oncologist, everyone. I said, was it a misread on all the scans? And they said, nothing about you makes sense. You're like the cancer unicorn. It doesn't make sense how it showed up. It doesn't make sense how it mysteriously sort of just disappeared, but we're going to stick with the plan. So I went through radiation again. Meanwhile, I've been seeing Rob on and off for months, and all I can say is he's altered the way I think and the way I feel about everything. I don't have fear and anxiety anymore. And if I feel like a lump or I'm bumping my body, I think, oh, my body will take care of that. They'll figure it out. If not, I'll see Rob and he'll fix it. But the most amazing thing is that I've learned from Rob is that he awakens an internal, we all have an internal light. It's like your pilot light, but he shows you how to turn it on and turn it brighter. So now you can change your body and you can change your thoughts and you can change your reaction, and your brain and your thoughts and your heart can produce your own pixie dust. And that's what's the most amazing thing about Rob is not only has he changed my life, he saved my life and that of so many people. And now you have such a sense of faith knowing that you're never alone and you can absolutely tune in to a divine love and light, and you can feel it and you get ignited in yourself and you can change your body, you can change your body's output, and that you can take control and that there is nothing ever set in stone. And it's the biggest blessing you can ever ask for. And from the bottom of my heart and forever, this life and the next, I will love you, Rob, to pieces. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.